Welcome to the Michael Singer Podcast, presented by Sounds True, in partnership with Shanti Publications. For more information about Michael Singer's work, access to all prior episodes, and information about upcoming releases, we invite you to join us at michaelsingerpodcast.com.
Jai Gurudev, Jai Masters. The mind is not difficult to get active. It's difficult to have it not be active. It can easily think of all sorts of things, some of which you willfully have it think, some of which it just decides to do by itself. Maybe you've noticed. The heart is very different. If I tell you, think with your mind. Think about a boat, think about a car, think about a person, anything. You can just bam, bam, bam. I want to talk about, what if I tell you to open your heart? But I don't mean some song, romantic or spiritual. I mean, open your heart. Right now, open your heart. You don't have any idea what to do. It's not like a door. Okay, here it's open. It's open, I feel love. Right? Let's talk honestly. You don't know how to open your heart. You know how other circumstances, generally outside circumstances, can open your heart. You can meet somebody. You can see something. You can think of something that inspires you. You can feel your heart open. Can you feel your heart open? Okay? I'm going to tell you a secret. That's not meaningful. What's meaningful, have you ever felt your heart close? Answer me. I'll ask you better. Can you make your heart close? One thought, one glance, one word, yes or no? So you know very well how to close your heart. Congratulations. But I'm telling you, you do not know how to open your heart. Okay? But it does open. But it requires an external, including mental, that's external to the heart. It requires some external stimulus to cause the heart to open. So it knows how to open, but you don't know how to open it. What does it feel like when it's open? Anybody like it? Like that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about the heart being open. What happens when the heart opens? There's love, there's energy, there's inspiration, there's purpose. That's a pretty powerful instrument there. And isn't it amazing that you know how to close it but not open it? Come on, let's be real. Isn't that funny? Why would that be? Why is it so easy to close it and you don't even know how to open it? It needs something outside of you to cause it to open. Let's just talk about, okay, what does it take to close it? Nothing. Anything. Somebody say one word with the wrong emphasis, it closes. Somebody doesn't say something like you wanted it said. The slightest thing can close it. But what does it take to open it? All right? And yet you stand before me, sit before me, and you admit that it's beautiful when it's open, and it ain't so beautiful when it's closed. So why don't you just learn to open it? I don't understand. But you don't either. But you're out there trying to find somebody to open your heart for you. You're out there trying to find someone that will say what you want them to say and eat what you want them to eat and wear what, like, tonight I want to get dressed up, wear a tie. Not a bow tie. I don't like bow ties. A phone can ring and your heart closes. Who's calling? Why is it so late? What's wrong? Isn't that amazing? We close it all the time. And yet we don't know how to open it. Take a breath. That's what we're going to talk about today. Why is it like that? And what you can do about it. Because you can do something about it. You're just looking for love in all the wrong places. Seriously. All right. So why does the heart close? Because when it's open, you're vulnerable. Yes or no? Okay? When it's open, anything can happen, and it's sensitive, and it hurts, and it closes. It closes to protect itself. Same way you throw your hands up if somebody takes a punch at you, something coming at you. It's instinctual. That heart closes in the slightest thing to protect itself. You're protecting yourself. That's why you close your heart. Okay? Pretty easy to protect yourself. It's not so easy to not protect yourself, is it? We protect ourselves. And that is what the closing of the heart is an act of protection, period. Why do you have to protect yourself? Okay, now we get down to interesting things. All right? Because the heart can get hurt. Yes or no? Has anybody ever had their heart get hurt? Okay. Isn't it fun? Can it last a long time? Can it break? Can someone break your heart? Wow, that's really hurt. Can it break and last a long time? Answer me. Oh, gee, you seem to know a lot about the heart. I'm impressed. Okay, I don't know I'm teaching anything. All right? You know about that, don't you? You don't like it, do you? Therefore, you're protected. You have learned over time that the heart is an extremely sensitive thing. It's very personal, isn't it? The heart is very close to you, way closer than the mind. The mind can change its mind all the time, do anything, who knows? But seriously, if somebody's not liking you, you change how you are. Your mind, oh, be about this, wear this, don't say that, don't say it anymore, he doesn't like it. The mind can give you all kinds of advice. The heart just opens or closes. And when it opens, it feels wonderful. And when it closes, it feels terrible, right? And you have learned to close your heart because it has gotten hurt. And you protect yourself. At any time you ever protect yourself at all, you do it through closing. You do it through protecting. You do it putting a barrier, right? Just like a door. Close the door so nothing can get in. Our normal state now is that closed door. We lock ourselves up. We put bars on the windows. Security things all over the place, right? Somebody knocks on the door. Who is it? Open the little peephole. Because we're afraid of getting hurt. Why? Because we've gotten hurt. So now we've got the groundwork for what's going on. So that's why if you find yourself in a situation, which is rare, I'm sorry, it's rare in terms of the course of your life, okay, where someone or something in front of you or a thought inside of you causes your heart to open, it is a rare event because you're busy protecting yourself. What has to happen for me to open? Oh, I like it. I like these dating sites. And I've never been on one, but I make fun of them, right? But it doesn't mean you shouldn't go to them. Anything you can do to get your heart open is wonderful, right? Not true. All right, but it's okay. What does it mean to go on one of those sites? I've never been on one, all right? But I'm a computer programmer. You know that, right? Somebody programmed that thing. And what did it program to say? Well, it doesn't know you, so it asks questions, right? Do you want someone who likes to stay up late at night or goes to bed early? Fair enough, right? Well, you answer that, right? Do you like someone that's a vegetarian or a carnivore? I'm kidding. All right? Well, but they ask questions like that, don't they? Right? What was your relationship with your mother, with your father? Did you get along? Do you still get along? Do you like pets? What kind of pets? Snakes? Or little kittens? Don't they ask questions like that? Right? What are they asking you? What opens you and what closes you? And you look in there. Right? Well, yeah, I would like that. If you like something, it opens you. No, I wouldn't like that. Do you like people that are very fixed on their religion or someone that's more open? Some people pick one, pick the other, kid yourself, right? And so you're patterning what you like, what will open you, and what will close you. You're describing you. You're not describing another person. Sometimes you wish you were. That's what you call your soulmate, the one who answered the question. That's what happened. AI took all the map that you put down there, and it mapped them against everybody on the site and tried to see who answered the questions the same. That's my soulmate. It's not your soulmate. You're your own soulmate. You answer the stupid questions. And I'm going to clue you in. That's who you want to have a relationship with, yourself. Isn't that what you said by answering those questions? Do you want the person who agrees with your question or disagrees with your questions? You want to date yourself. It's easy. It's easy. Just stand in a mirror or something. I don't know. Talk to yourself. Make yourself the meal you want. I mean, you can really have a good time with yourself. But you can't with somebody else. Because they inevitably will not behave what you marked. And you know what you say? You disappointed me. Please stop. What in the world does that mean? I have a way that I want things to be. You are supposed to be that way. I am now disappointed that you weren't the way I want you to be. And that's called a relationship. And the good ones, if you don't disappoint me too much. And if you do disappoint me too much, I'm out. Isn't it funny? Isn't it fun to talk about the heart? That's a really funny thing. So what we're basically saying is the heart will open if you get what you want. A little embarrassing, eh? The heart will open when you're getting what you want. And the heart will not open if you're not getting what you want. And the heart will close if you're truly not getting what you want. You understand that? And there you go. And now you'll spend your entire life trying to open your heart by finding situations, jobs, finances, people, pets, anybody, everything, neighbors, that are the way you want them to be. If they are the way you want them to be, your heart will tend to open. And if they're for one moment, watch, God, my neighbor is wonderful. I love our new neighbor. So and so. Right? Then all of a sudden you say, I didn't think you would ever do that. I can't believe you did that. I didn't think you would do that. You say things like that, don't you? Of course, you didn't think they would do that. You don't know them. You only know your past experiences that you've had in your life. And so all of a sudden you think somebody's behaving the way you want them to be. And then they do something that doesn't match what you want them to be. Of course they do. They're not you. Why did you decide what you like? Let's start there. Did you decide what you like? I'm telling you, you didn't. You were programmed by your past experiences. You were programmed by your past experiences. If you met somebody that was Italian and he or she was really classy and neat and so on, your next Italian you meet, you like him. If you met an Italian and he was more like Mussolini, I met one of those before. You don't go to Italy. You stay away from that stuff. You don't even eat pizza or spaghetti. I want to know, am I exaggerating? No. You're programmed. Your likes and dislikes are based upon your past experiences. What else would they be based upon? If you never experienced anything, you don't know anything about it. And so basically, that's how you ended up the way you think you are, through your past experiences. You know who agrees with that statement? All of psychology. Traditional psychology says the following: man is the sum of his learned experiences. You hear that, maybe you answer on a question, right or wrong. Do you know what they've just told you? You're programmed by your past experiences. You're not anything in there. You're just spewing out the sum of your learned experiences. Is that really who you are? Or are you aware that you tend to act based on some of your past experiences? Who's aware? Is there awareness in there? Can that awareness be clear enough that it sees the tendency inside to act based on the sum of your learned experiences, and you choose not to? Do you have will? So it's not true that you are the sum of your learned experiences. Your tendencies, your psychological tendencies, are the sum of your learned experiences. How your heart behaves, how your mind thinks. They're the sum of your learned experiences. But you're in there noticing that, aren't you? You're the self. You're not the sum of your learned experiences. You're God descended. That's who's in there. The consciousness that was there from the beginning of time and is everywhere all at the same time. But it's staring at your mind and your heart, your body, and your senses. But not just mine, yours and yours and yours. God's very big. And that consciousness gets drawn down to focus on your personal self, doesn't it? And it doesn't know how to get off. Most people don't even want to get off. I don't want to not stare at myself. I want to get what I want. Well, that's because you don't understand what would happen if you stop staring at yourself. There's tremendous joy in there. It's unbelievable. You are the highest being ever walked the face of the earth. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? What's in there, not what's in there, you in there that are aware that you're screwed up. Are you screwed up? How do you know? I'm in here, I gotta live with the idiot, right? And then tell the soul, they call it your roommate. You got one? A lot of fun to live with? Okay. Who's in there? You're in there. Consciousness is in there. But when you go back to talking about what you're looking at is your psyche. You're looking at the sum of your learned experiences. That's why you like what you like, or the tendency to like what you like. And that's why you close when you close. That's why you open when you open. You're not closing and opening. The situation is hitting your stuff. Oh my God, you look just like my brother. That's how he wore his hair, right? And he died so many years ago, and I loved him so much. It's like, can we go out? That ain't your brother. No matter how he wears his hair. Or he has a Boston accent. Oh, I just love it. Why? Because you had experiences. So you are aware that you're in there, and you're aware, but you're not centered enough, clear enough to stay aware that you are the one in there experiencing the sum of your learned experiences. But you are. But they are so strong, the tendencies to react to the sum of your learned experiences are very, very strong. You were married. You got married because you were in love. Now you're divorced. You got divorced because you're not in love anymore. And maybe it's even worse than that. And all of a sudden, 3 years later, you see someone who looks like your ex. I'm telling you, your heart closes. Or you're in love, you're young, you're in junior high school or high school, and they move. Their parents move them. But you always loved them. And 3 years later, you see someone who looks just like them, your heart bursts open. The sum of your learned experiences. So now you don't stand a chance. You don't know how to open your heart. The sum of your learned experiences has to be positive, which it never is, and it has to open your heart. Something has to get hit in there that reminds you of some beautiful experience you had, and the heart will burst open. And sometimes totally improperly. You're married. We shouldn't talk about these things. You're married. You have children. You take tennis lessons or golf lessons. And he's really cute or she's unbelievable. And all of a sudden, by the second lesson, you shouldn't be going back. Am I right or wrong? Can it happen? Does it happen? Does your heart always be very proper and open at the right time? You see what I'm telling you? It's based on your past experiences. Why? Because you had someone you dated younger and you felt that experience, right? And now this person is blah, 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 blah. It's tough to live in there, isn't it? Because you really like when the heart opens and you really don't like when it closes, and that governs your life. You're running after to try to find what will open you, and you're running away from what you know will close you. I had a job. I really loved the job. Why? I had a woman boss. I've always wanted to have a woman boss. And she's so neat. She's so sharp. She's better than any man could ever be. And so basically there you are. And you run to your job. You love your job. You're so inspired. She gets fired. You now have a male boss. Excited to go to work? How you feeling? Sum of your learned experiences. I'm explaining to you why your heart opens and closes. It's not rational. It's not reasonable. You got all excited because you had a woman boss. Somebody else got all excited because the man that came in was cute. Am I describing what it's like to live in there? It's all just based on these past experiences that left these impressions. We call them some scars in yoga. All right, let's do that. Have you had experiences in your life? Am I talking to the wrong crowd? Have you had experiences? I told you once, and I'll say it again, you check it out. 99% of every experience you ever had, you experienced it and it passed right through. White lines on the road, clouds in the sky, drivers in the cars, people walking by, plants, animal, all kinds of stuff comes in through his eyes and ears and nose. It comes in, it passes through. You're a very great being. You're able to handle life, except for that 1%. In fact, it's really 99.9% goes through, and that 0.1%, what happened? It came in just like everything else. But me, in there, me, the self, the Atman, call whatever you want, right? Focused on it so much that it held on to it. Either because it was so not comfortable. Things can be not comfortable. You still experience them. They just come in, they go by. But this one, no. It caught my attention. That's consciousness. It caught my attention so much that I focused on it. Do you focus on some things more than others? It's natural. Things hit you different ways, and therefore you concentrate on them. If you concentrate on it too much, it stays. It will be there 5 minutes later. The white line's not. You're not talking about the white line 5 minutes later, but you are talking about what that person said yesterday or now. Why? Because it was strong enough, either positive or negative, to draw your attention down to it. And when you focus, you're a powerful being. People like to teach you can attract to yourself whatever you want. You have great power. You do have great power. And you use it in ways that destroy your life. You don't even know what's going on. If that great power focuses on something that somebody said, it could screw you up for the rest of your life. You could be madly in love with somebody, and they say something that you thought they would never, ever say or even think, and you will never talk to them again. And literally, every time you see them, it comes back up. Why? Everything else passed through. The white line passed through, but somebody else said passed through, because you focused on it. And when your consciousness gets drawn down to a given object, be it an outside thing or an inside thing, whatever it is, and puts enough energy. Shakti is energy. Consciousness, Chit Shakti is called conscious energy. And when you focus that energy, and you generally don't do it purposely, it generally just happens. It comes down, you focus on it. I'm telling you, it's going to stay. It's going to be there a minute later. It may be there 5 minutes later. It may be there 5 years later. Is there anything that happened in your past that when it comes up now, it's troublesome? But it happened 30 years ago. The people are dead. Doesn't matter, does it? Why? Because people, they say, she left a good impression. What's an impression? Well, when you press something, take foam, make an impression on it. You have taken the power of your consciousness and made an impression on your mental body and on your emotional body. And the next thing you know, that impression doesn't go away. It's memory foam. It is. You leave a deep enough impression, it don't come back. All right? And you live with that for the rest of your life. Yes or no? Now what? Now your heart can't open. Why? Because it has these impressions. They get hit. They get brought back up constantly, don't they? And it becomes extremely sensitive because you're protecting yourself. You know what I'm talking about, okay? So you held on to this stuff, not purposely. You're not conscious enough to notice. It just happened automatically. Somebody said something, it reminded you what your father said, and you didn't get along with your father very well at all. And so now that person said that thing. You will never forgive them for saying that. You know I don't like when you talk like that. You're protecting yourself because you stored all this stuff in here, and it doesn't take much to bring it back up, does it? But it takes a lot for a positive thing to come back up. You understand? You know how many times you're sensitive and you close little bit things all day? People complain with me because I use two examples, all right? The driver in front of you and it's hot out. Well, a stupid example. No, they're not stupid examples. Why? Because you can't handle the driver in front of you. Have you ever talked to the driver in front of you? Answer me. Come on, buddy. Come on. You're going 30 miles over the speed limit. Nice blinker, buddy. It literally hurt you. It literally closed you. You could go back to work and talk to everybody about the driver in front of you. I was in a rush. It says 55 miles an hour. They're going 30. And I can't pass them. Hear me. It left an impression on you. Why? Because you resisted it. You in there, your consciousness, pushed it away. I don't like this. This is a fun part I like to tell you. Watch this. Tell me if it makes sense. I don't like this, so I'm going to keep it. That's not so funny, you know? Is that not true? Did you not keep every single thing in there that you didn't like? And the more you didn't like it, the more you kept it. And the more every time it tried to come back up, you pushed it back down. I can't believe you said that. Give me a minute. No, give me a minute. Oh, I'm okay. I can handle it. Okay, now let's talk about it. What are you doing? You're pushing it back down. And you feel good about it. I handled it. You sure did. You handled it. You know what handling it looks like? You said it. It hurt. Okay, what's next? It passed through like everything else. How would you like to be like that? What difference does it make? How can you be in a relationship and somebody behaves in a way you didn't expect them to? Of course they did. They're not you. They had different experiences than you. Why do you think that your experiences are more important than theirs? That's why you have so much trouble with relationships. You want a nice relationship? Watch, here's a nice relationship. Hi, nice to meet you. I'd like to get to know you. I don't expect you to act like me because you didn't have the experiences I had. You had the experiences you had. I love you. I would like to know about it. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see everything about you, getting to know you. But I never thought you'd be like that. Isn't that exciting? I didn't know there was that side of you. Let's dance. That's called having a relationship with somebody else. I hope you're really listening. That's why you have so much trouble with relationships. Because you're trying to have them be you. And they don't do very good, do they? You have to forgive them. You have to be tolerant. What a disgusting word. I'm tolerant of you being the way you are. Okay? So now you understand why the heart opens and closes. You have all this stuff in there that you kept, didn't you? And you keep keeping it. And I'm telling you, it's 1,000, really way more than 1,001 negative to positive. Things that hurt you, things that bothered you. How many times did you go back to work saying, that driver in front of me, he'll go 55. They kept the speed limit. And they used their blinker every single time. How many times did you do that? Never. There. You see why it's 1,001 or 1,000,001? Because if it's not the way you want, it bothers you. If it is the way you want, or it's just the way it is, you don't even bother having a want about the white lines on the road or the clouds in the sky, right? Then it passes right through. Now do you understand why part of enlightenment, part of a very high being is be here now? Everything passes through. Everything passes through. All of it passes through. Can you come back and deal with it if you need to? Yes, of course. But it doesn't hit stuff in there. Why? There is no stuff in there. Buddhists call it the empty bell. Have you heard that word? Understand? Empty mind. It means you haven't stored all this garbage in there that doesn't belong in there. The past is over. That driver, you're not going to be behind them again. There is not a reason in the world that you're keeping that inside of you for a billionth of a moment. But you do. And because you kept it, you talk about it, you think about it, right? If you see a car that looks like that car that was driving 30 miles an hour below the speed limit, you don't go down that road. And you talk to people about that you, come on, pay attention to what's going on in there. You stored all this stuff in there because you couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle reality. because you wanted it to be the way you want it to be. There's a line, a very famous line from the third Zen patriarch, one of the deepest lines ever. In fact, it's the beginning and end of all spirituality, all the teaching you ever need. It goes like this: the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. Now, do you understand? Doesn't mean you suppress your preferences. He didn't say the great way is not difficult for those who suppress what they want. Did he? He said the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. In other words, everything passed through. I'm not bringing into the current moment the non-reality of my whole past, of everything in my life that I built that I like and I don't like and everything like that. And now when I'm looking at the world, all I'm doing is projecting my preferences of what I want and not want on top of you and everybody else every moment. How about the weather? I said, the Reverend Friendly plus the weather. Ever complain about the weather? Oh, it's so hot. I can't believe. Oh, it's so cold. I can't believe it's so cold. It's Florida. It's not supposed to be this cold. All right. I walk from my car to the house and the house is air conditioned. The car's not. Oh my God, what am I going to do? You complain about it all the time. You do it with everything. If it's not the way you want, what do you want? Well, I do really well 72 to 75. Less than 50% humidity because my hair, which frizzes. Somebody else, well, I like it cooler. I like it more 64-ish. Okay? How? Past experiences. Why? I grew up north. What did you just do? Admit the sum of your learned experiences. That is why you don't know how to open your heart, because you close it, and you've closed it because all these past experiences have bothered you, and you're afraid they're going to happen again. You go out of your way to make sure they don't happen again. You try to avoid all the circumstances that could bother you again, and you try to find the ones that can make you feel good. But I'm telling you, it's 1,000-to-1. It's way beyond 1,000-to-1 of things that will bother you. Here, you fall in love, and you're getting serious and start thinking about living together, this kind of thing. And the guy says, well, I just got a job offer in Arizona, and it's my career. I'm going to take it. To which you say, where? In Arizona. Oh, no. No, I can't move to Arizona. Why? There's rattlesnakes in Arizona. And I saw a movie once. It's called Snakes. I ain't going to Arizona. Sorry. Goodbye. Whoa. Am I telling the truth? Isn't it embarrassing? Okay. The sum of your learned experiences are running your life. They determine what opens your heart, what closes your heart. We got it down now? Told you I'd talk about the opening and closing of your heart. Why can't I say to you, open your heart? And you just open your heart. Because you got some serious stuff in there that better not get hit when you open your heart, because you're exposing yourself to that stuff getting hit. And it better be that what's happening outside is meeting the stuff I stored that was positive in the past. So it's tending to open my heart. And I still, believe me, you're still cautious. You ain't so quick to let that thing open. You've gotten hurt before in a certain timing period before that thing's allowed to open. A spiritual being's heart, listen, is always open. It is not a matter of what will open my heart. It's a matter of a long time ago, I took the door off the heart. It doesn't know how to close. Now we're going to have a talk. Okay, I'm going to tell you which I've had people write me and tell me, what a stupid thing to say. No, it's not. I'm going to tell you how to open your heart. Are you ready? Write it down. Don't close. You have no idea how serious that is. You know how to close your heart. Well, don't do it. And I'm telling you, if you don't close your heart, it's like magic. It's open. Its natural state is open. You don't have to do anything to open your heart. Stop closing it. And the reason I teach you that is you know how to close your heart. You're an expert at it. You do it all the time. Well, just don't do it. Now, there we can get some teachings. It's not how do I open my heart? How do I not close my heart? How do I learn not to close my heart? I got your attention now? This is serious what I'm telling you. That is how you get your heart open. You stop closing it. No, you think you go find something that will open your heart. No. Good luck, because it doesn't last. It's never matching what you wanted. There's no way it can happen. I hope you understand that. Learn to not close your heart, and you'll find it stays open. It's like math, 1 equals 1. If you don't close the thing, it's open. It's binary. I'm a programmer, right? It's binary. It's either open or closed. Well, you close it, then it's closed. You don't close it, then it's open. Do you hear me? Can you learn to not close your heart? I'm telling you, you don't even try. You try to get away from things that do close your heart. You don't try to learn not to close your heart. Listen to me. The entire spiritual journey, this is so important. This will change everything. You're not trying to not close your heart. You're trying to avoid situations that close your heart. And you're trying to find situations that will open your heart. That's unbelievable. It's conditional. You will have conditional well-being unless you find the things that open your heart and they stay that way and they keep opening your heart. And it's very difficult. Why? Because you go to work every day and have different experiences than he or she does. Therefore, you come back a different person. You're in a different mood. A different thing happens. Every single day, your relationship's on danger. Danger. They might not come back the way they left. Right or wrong? Am I telling the truth? You learn to not close your heart. And I'm going to talk to you about that. You can learn. You can learn everything. You learn to play the piano. You learn to play a sport. It's exactly the same. You just haven't bothered learning, and you're capable of learning, and it's not even that hard. And it will solve everything. So how does one do this? Take a breath. If you do this properly, it is not difficult. If you sit down and like Beethoven's pieces and you've never played the piano before, it is extremely difficult to play those pieces. How about impossible? But if you start with the scales, you can learn to play Furley's or Moonlight Sonata. They're not that hard. They sound hard, but they're really not. They're actually fairly easy pieces. But they're very, very difficult if you don't bother learning. It is the same with your heart. It's exactly the same with not closing your heart. It's something you learn to do little by little, just like playing the scales or practicing for a sport. You're not good at the sport when you start, but if you don't know how to do it, you can't do it. But if you learn, then you can do it. There's this thing called learning. It works for the heart too. So how do you learn? You start with the smallest things. Don't you dare try to take big things. You won't be able to do it, just like the piano or the sport. So how do you start? You wake up in the morning and you say, I am going to go through today without closing my heart. It's a video game. It's fun. I want it to be a game. People in meditation struggle. I do my sadhana. I don't like the words. I don't want to talk about it. It's a video game. It's fun. Okay? Video game, can I get to level 3? Not get eaten by the monster? Can I play with the heart and have it learn to not close it? So I get up in the morning. I'm going to go through this entire day without closing my heart. So what happens? I get up in the morning and I'm out of toothpaste. Okay, stop for a minute. Is it worth closing your heart over? You buy some more toothpaste. You can get by till you can go buy some toothpaste. You don't have to get upset about it, do you? But you do. Do you understand that? That's what it means. You start with these simple little things that you don't realize they're closing your heart. You might literally go to breakfast with your family and talk about the fact that you're out of toothpaste. What a stupid thing to carry from the bathroom to the dining room table, the breakfast table. It's not a national tragedy, is it? How about working with making it fun that you're out of toothpaste? It doesn't happen that often. It's like once or 2 months or something. Wow, what an exciting moment. Or if you still use tubes, try to roll it up really tight and get that list drop out. Will you please have fun with it? Can you do that? You don't. You make it negative. But it's not negative. It's just an experience. Anybody want to listen? I'm telling you, if you do that with a toothpaste, if you do that with this or that, the little things that go on, if you do it, then like his mom, we got her driving, I'm going to go to graduate school here. You can get in that car, you can start it, and you're going to drive behind somebody, right? And they're not going to drive the way you would. Why should they? They're old, they're young, they just got a ticket. Who knows? They have their reasons for driving the way they're driving, and they ain't your reasons, and therefore they don't match. Take these simple moments and use them like playing the scales. They're not bad things. The scales are good things. But I make mistakes. That's good. That means you need to learn where to put your fingers. You need to learn these things. You can learn. You can learn. How about I can handle running out of toothpaste? I can handle the driver in front of me. Doesn't mean I don't feel something. Now, that's the important part. When I say I can handle it, it doesn't mean you don't feel a moment of disappointment, you have to go buy some toothpaste. Or that you have to be patient. You don't want to be, but because the driver's driving like that. It means I can handle the situation. And listen to me. Part of the situation are the emotions that are coming up inside of you because it's not the way you want it to be. Oh, you thought it has to be, you can handle it, that it is the way you want it to be, right? Or that it's not the way you want it to be, you don't feel anything. No. It's perfectly natural, by the way, that you've got this stuff in there, yes or no. If it doesn't match it, it doesn't feel good, you can handle that. It's not just handling the outside, it's handling the inside. Well, how can I handle not feeling good? Relax. How can I relax? I don't feel good. I don't know. How can I do a yoga asana and the teacher's saying, stretch, relax, stretch a little bit more, relax. I don't know. Or the coach yelling, try harder. No, don't let go right now. Oh, he's teaching you. The world is teaching you to be able to handle yourself, isn't it? And not so easy, is it? You need to learn. So that's a very important point. I'm glad we're talking about this. It's not that handling it means it's not the way I want. I can handle it. And you think that somehow you get to a state where it doesn't bother you. No. If it's not the way you want, it's going to bother you. Have you noticed? Well, we get real, we get natural here. The problem is you can't handle it bothering you. Wait a minute. But it's bothering me. Who's noticing that it's bothering you? How do you know it's bothering you? First of all, how do you know the person's not driving the way you want? You know. Well, I guess it's bothering you. How do you know it's bothering you? See, step by step. How do you know it's bothering you? Is it bothering you? Yes. How do you know? If I kept asking you that, if at one point you'd look at me and you would get so angry and you'd say, because I'm in here and I notice it, I feel it. Oh, at which point I would pranam to you. Oh, you're in there, are you? And you notice what's going on in there. That's called witness consciousness. It's called objective observation. That's Krishnamurti, objective observation. That's what he called it a long time ago, way before witness consciousness or mindfulness. Objective observation. I am objectively noticing what's going on in there. So there's a you in there that's noticing what's going on in there. That's a very spiritual state, a very great state. Now, the driver can be driving the way it's driving, and you use it as practice. I get a practice shot. What's my practice shot? Can I handle that the driver in front of me is not driving the way I want them to? It doesn't feel good. Can you handle that it doesn't feel good? Anybody want to listen to the next step? Can you be there and notice? Okay. And I have this thing, I'm a business person, I went through all this stuff. And there was this thing cost-benefit analysis. CEO of a company, they bring you ideas. You take a cost-benefit analysis. You tell me you're driving behind somebody and they're not driving the way you want. What is the cost-benefit analysis of getting upset versus not getting upset? 100% cost, zero benefit. Well, that's a pretty stupid executive decision. So you sit in there and you be a conscious being and you say, okay, It doesn't feel good. If I can handle it and feel good, it doesn't have to bother me for the rest of my life. I don't have to do anything. It's just fine. And guess what? If you can handle it and feel good, it doesn't bother you anymore. By definition, because I handled it fine. I'm playing volleyball, and I jumped up to block, and it got a bruise there. I go, boo-boo. You just handle it. You learn the piano. You hit a wrong note. I quit. No, I can handle it. I can handle the feeling that I feel when I notice the guy's going slower than I want to go or didn't use a blinker. And you do what's called let it go. Let what go? Let go of the fact that it was going to disturb you that the sun is hot or not hot enough, or that I didn't wear the right coat out today. So when I have to go outside, it's a little bit cold or a little bit hot. Does it bother you? Sometimes it bothers you. You sit there and say, I can't, what's wrong with me? Why don't there's no weather forecast? What are you doing? You're bothering yourself about the fact that it bothers you. You are more of a problem bothering yourself than anything could ever bother you. Guilt, shame, fear, insecurity. You are in there bothering yourself all the time. I shouldn't have said that. I can't believe I said that. Oh God, if I hadn't have said that, probably he'd like me. I wonder, should I tell him I didn't mean it? No, maybe he didn't hear me. But I don't know why are you that way? Because you can't handle things. And so you start practicing being able to handle things. How? By not closing, by not suppressing, by not resisting, by not complaining. So the driver is driving like that, or the temperature is what it is, or it's raining when you don't want it to be. Do you get upset because it's raining when you don't want it to be? How about we learn not to do that? Because it will change your life. So you start with the little stuff. You can handle it. That's what you say. I can handle it. I can handle this. I've given a discussion before. If your mind says once, I can't handle this, you're not the right person to be dealing with it. How about I can handle it? Why? Because I said so. But it doesn't feel good. I can handle that. That's the important link I gave you. Hear me? But boss comes up to you, says, I want you to stay late tonight. I need this to get done. No, I can't handle that. I can't handle that. No, I can't handle it. You asked me to do that. Wow, not a nice way to be at work. Instead, you feel the tendency to close. You feel the resistance. And your mind says, I can handle that. I know I want to do something else, but it wasn't that life-shattering important. I can handle it. That's all it takes. You change your attitude. But it doesn't mean that the feeling doesn't feel good to start with. But I'm telling you, the minute you sit there and say, okay, I can handle it. You handle it. You let it go. You do the work. That's how you grow spiritually. And that's how you learn to open your heart, by not closing it. Look at the example I gave you. You do it all the time. You close the damn thing all the time. Anytime anything is not the way you want, outside or inside, you protect yourself, close your heart. Well, then you'll never know how to open it. And I don't want you to know how to open it. I want you to know how not to close it. It's a deep talk, because you are capable of those situations I just talked to you about, of saying, okay, I can handle it. I can handle the momentary negativity. And you let go. You go about your business. Handle the driver in front of you, handle the weather, handle this, handle that. And next thing you know, your husband or wife comes home, right? And they're in a bad mood. Why? They had a bad day. They're allowed to be in a bad mood because they had a bad day and they couldn't handle it. Can't expect everybody else to handle it. You have to handle it. They can't handle it. And so they come home, they slam the door, go in the bedroom and brood. And what are you doing during that time? I can handle it. Wouldn't that be beautiful if when he or she comes out, there's love there, there's understanding, there's compassion. Not, don't you dare slam that door on me. Come on, let's just play it off of each other. He couldn't handle his day, you couldn't handle him. No, it makes for a nice relationship, right? You're being very quiet. Because I'm being real, aren't I? I'm talking about being real. So you sit there and say, I am going to learn to handle things. And you make it a video game. I want it to be fun. I want you to look down there and look at that schnook, making a big deal out of the fact that it's hot, or you draw some ketchup on your pants, you have to go back to work. Wow. Teach you all the time. Get off the planet. Our astronauts, they took pictures of the Earth floating out there. They took one picture from behind the moon. The Earth was this big. Please look at it. You're on a little planet in the middle of nowhere and you can't handle the ketchup on your pants. Practice handling it. Make it fun. Do a thing. Sit there and you see ketchup on your pants. Look at it and look at the pattern it made, right? And show it to them. Look at the pattern it made. It's really neat, right? Looks a little bit like my Monet. It's very impressionist. Have fun with yourself instead of taking it so seriously. And next thing you're going to know, some bigger thing's going to happen. You get fired. Okay, what can I do about this? Get angry, get mad, get resentful, turn into a hateful person that I don't respect. I'm never going to get a job again because I could get fired. Or I can handle this. I can handle this, right? Why? Because you practiced. And you're going to find out that if you practice, you can handle things that don't feel so good. And you let them go. And then you get good at it and good at it. And eventually you wake up in the morning and you realize, I can handle it. What? Anything. Oh, that's where I want you. I'm saying to you, I love you. I want you to wake up in the morning and know to the bottom of your heart, I can handle anything that happens. Why? Because I learned how to. I learned how to handle it. Well, what if someone you love dies? Am I supposed to be happy? No. You're supposed to feel loss. That's very natural. Can you handle feeling loss? It's not, do you feel loss? And not, did they die? They died. You love them. You feel loss. Can you handle that feeling? Can you honor it and respect its right to exist instead of resisting it? If you resist it, you suppress it. If you suppress it, it scars you. It leaves an impression. You will always carry that with you as a terrible feeling, as a thing. I had this bad experience in life. Someone I love died. Well, guess what? People die, okay? And the question is not, do they die? The question is, can you handle it? But notice I say, can you handle? Doesn't mean I feel joy. It means I feel sorrow. I feel loss. Can you handle feeling sorrow? Can you handle feeling loss? It's just, how do you know you feel loss? How do you know you feel sorrow? How do you know your heart hurts? Because I'm in here noticing it. Be the one who's in there noticing it. Honor and respect what's coming up. And you're going to find out that every single experience in your life is for your growth. Life is your teacher. Earth is a place souls were sent to evolve. How are you doing? Or are you fighting to make it be the way you want so you don't have to evolve? So you get to where you realize that I can handle everything because I can handle me, because I can handle disappointment. I can handle fear. People handle fear. You understand that? People, the firemen, they march into the flaming fires. Aren't you glad they get to do that? Doctors, they go to car accidents and there's bleeding blood all over the place. Somebody can't handle it, well, then they can't help. Learn to handle it, no matter what it is. But don't start with the big stuff. Practice makes perfect. If you think it doesn't matter, this stuff matters. Practice with the small stuff, and you'll learn how to handle yourself. And then it gets bigger, and it gets bigger and bigger, until eventually, I'm telling you, you sit there and say, Ramakrishna used to say, helter skelter, come what may. Just bring it on. Okay? I can handle anything, but you have to practice. And don't tell me I don't know how to practice. Then start with the mosquito that's bothering you. I don't care how small it is. Learn to let go, handle it, and you'll get better and better. So now you know how to open your heart. Don't close it. Do you see it's the truth? If you don't close it, it's filled with Shakti. It's filled with love. Jagarav.
You've been listening to the Michael Singer Podcast, produced by Sounds True in partnership with Shanti Publications. For more information on Michael's body of work and all back episodes, please join us at michaelsingerpodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening. Sounds True, waking up the world.